Fortnite Chapter 3's biggest update is here, and OG Tilted is back. We have new dinosaurs on the map, and the Polar Peak monster is here. And that is just the tip of the iceberg, so let's break down everything new. Like I said, the biggest part of today's update is that after 989 days, Tilted Towers has returned. Arguably one of the most iconic locations in all of gaming, and it's been 32 months since we saw this. In fact, it's been exactly 4 years to this day since Tilted Towers was first added to Fortnite. And so today you can drop into the game and celebrate Tilted's 4th birthday by landing there right now. Now there's a few differences with this new Tilted Towers, but it is pretty much back in its original glory. This Chapter 3 version has a new pizza pit store, a new small coffee shop, and the basketball court has been replaced with a soccer pitch. But other than that, if you drop Tilted, it's like it never left. There's even some new NPCs around the POI like Tomato Head and Galactico. But I do wonder why they decided to make the basketball area soccer themed. I mean, what do they have in store for us? I guess we'll have to find out. Yet by far, the coolest new addition in today's update was one of Chapter 3's most anticipated features to date, and that is Klombo. If you have no idea what a Klombo is, you might know it under the name Buttercake, or just straight up the dinosaur. Those were the names it was called before it came out, but now it is officially here and called Klombo, so get used to it. Okay, jokes aside, these guys are actually extremely helpful. Not only are they the biggest wildlife we have ever seen in Fortnite, but they are a walking geyser. I mean, sure, the caretakers were tall, but if a Klombo stood tall on its legs, it might just win. It is absolutely massive. They sneeze occasionally, letting you glide from their blowhole, and they also give you items for free. All you need to do is find a new consumable around the map called Klomberries, and if you feed it to them, you get items in return. Now, Klombos are usually friendly, but if you get on their bad side, they go all red and get extremely angry at you. I mean, they even shoot acid at you. But don't worry, you can calm them down with a little Klomberry. And if you want to find these new consumables, they're super easy to spot. Just look around for bushes with them on it, and you can pick them. You can either feed them to a Klombo or eat it yourself to get back 10 health or shield. And don't worry, if you can't find one, the Klombos will eat anything you throw at them. They are awesome. And we are just getting started. While these are the 2 headline features of this week's update, Fortnite has stuck in some hidden changes that everyone has been asking for, and that starts with some much needed changes for all of Chapter 3's weapons. The Ranger rifle is now more accurate and does a lot more damage, while the MK7 now does less damage to builds. That is on top of last week's balance changes, so this is the second MK7 nerf so far. But it turns out the loot pool has a new familiar face inside us. Today's update has marked the return of the grenade launcher. It's completely unvaulted and you can find it around the island once more, and it is a lot of fun to play around with, so I'm so happy this one's back. And now it explodes way quicker, almost on impact, so you can't avoid picking this one up if you see it. But what no one expected to come back was the Devourer, and I'm not kidding. The monster from the final showdown has returned to Fortnite, but well, he's not back from the dead, we can definitely say that. His skull POI is back, and it's called the Devourer. Now there's digging and drilling equipment around it, which makes us wonder what's gonna be there once they dig it up. And well, something tells me whatever it is, we are not gonna like it. Okay, now this is just terrifying. But it brings us to a POI that people were expecting this week, Covert Canyon. Unfortunately, those who were expecting it may be disappointed as Epic have moved the Covert Canyon challenges to a future week, meaning its release has been delayed. Maybe we'll dig up the Devourer's bones and the IO will create Covert Canyon in the hole. Well, that's a good chunk of what's in game right now. Leakers have found so much more amazing stuff. They discovered that Epic is working on just under a dozen new unnamed POIs, and we have their code names. Soon we'll be seeing a desert mansion, a dirt trek, as well as smaller landmarks like a pirate rowboat, a ranger tower, even a fishy island, which sounds kinda interesting. And to go along with these new POIs, we've also got our first look at the upcoming skins for the next few weeks, and they include some familiar faces. A new fast forward set is in the works and includes some Fortnite original designer skins that have a range of styles. And while Stashed is an awesome looking skin, soon you'll be joined by a new bundle outfit called Mina. She looks like a new skin based on Raven and will come with 1,500 V-Bucks challenges. And we also have our first look at the next Fortnite crossover. Epic accidentally forgot to encrypt the next Arcane skins, and it looks like V will be the next person joining Fortnite's League of Legends set. But you haven't even heard some of the most exciting parts of today's update. Leakers have found 2 new consumables in the files, and they look like they could be game-changing for Fortnite. The first consumable is a full-on pizza box item. We'll be able to find a big box of Slurp Shroom pizza that we can take slices from and give to our friends, or just eat it ourselves. And of course, this is joined by the actual pizza slices you give out, which will give 40 health or shield per slice. And I mean, dang, how many slices are actually in one box? You have to admit, this sounds like it's gonna be super overpowered when it comes out. And look at the detail on the slice too. I mean, a Slurp Shroom topping, I kind of feel like we need this in real life. And this is all made even better by the fact that Epic Games accidentally released this item early. For a small amount of time, you were able to actually use the pizza party box in creative, just like when Epic accidentally leaked the shield keg last update. They also leaked the machine pistol once again, accidentally adding it into creative, including a legendary version. But there are also some insane upcoming weapons in the works, like a mythic thermal scoped assault rifle and the return of the LMG. Epic is also working on 2 mythic weapons that haven't been announced yet, but let's be honest, they'll either be overpowered or broken, or, nobody will pick them up. I wonder which one it'll be. And one of the biggest issues with this season of Fortnite are the shotguns. Even with this week's buffs, some people just don't like them. But luckily, Epic are going to be releasing the heavy shotgun soon. It'll be returning, except not as good as it used to be. According to leakers, this new heavy will only shoot 1 pellet and has no spread, so it seems like Epic are making the shotguns this season weak on purpose. And I don't blame them, but still, I hope Season 2 gives us back some worthy shotties. And this update didn't just reveal upcoming guns, it also revealed an upcoming concert. Data miners discovered that there are quests for a Fortnite X Tones and I crossover, which will likely be taking place in Party Royale. It seems like we'll be getting a Tones and I music pack, as well as quests to earn other rewards for free. If you didn't know, Tones and I did the song Dance Monkey, so fans of her might be really happy to hear this. I know I am. What is really interesting is that Epic is working on a new Chapter 3 boss, and we don't know who it'll be, but their codename is Thunder Meow. So maybe it's Meowsles, or maybe something that isn't even a cat. Epic throw us off the trail all the time. Yet everyone is talking about how Epic accidentally leaked an upcoming seasonal event, and that is the return of Summer Splash. If you remember the past few years, we've had summer events that give us free cosmetics and challenges, and it looks like it'll be happening again this year thanks to this leaked icon. Kinda cool to know, even though it's like 5 months out, but we have absolutely saved the best for last. Here's everything you secretly missed. For those of you who love the new sliding feature, you'll be happy to learn that Epic is actually working on a tactical sprint. If that sounds familiar, it's because it'll likely work in the same way it does in Warzone. In that game, you can double tap sprint to run extra fast, but the consequence is that you put your gun in the sky and make yourself vulnerable. And this would probably be the same in Fortnite. Getting a tactical sprint would just be like having a constant pepper that you could use forever, which sounds insane, especially if you combo it with sliding. But for pros who would love this, you should know that Fortnite has also added armored walls and shield kegs into competitive. When armored walls were added, they were one of the biggest game changers Fortnite has ever seen. They've completely switched up the meta, and that's why adding them into competitive might make some pros feel a little uneasy. Don't worry though, the walls are only going to drop in stacks of 2, so they'll be pretty balanced. And as for shield kegs, I cannot wait to see how those get implemented and how people in tournaments use them. Something that isn't balanced though is the new drill consoles you can find around the IO camps. If you interact with these, you'll get a giant radar that shows all nearby loot and the new Klombo wildlife. It's an amazing trick. So if you ever want to see Klombo, just scan a drill and boom, all of Fortnite's secrets have been revealed to you. And another thing nobody's talking about is how Epic have paid attention to details in this update. They went back and updated the backtracker backbling. Now it shows the Chapter 3 map instead of Chapter 2, which is kind of crazy how they stay up to date on these cosmetics. But it's safe to say we're all heartbroken about a new feature that was added in this update. It has ruined everything. If you remember, there was a secret tent trick that allowed you to store items and use them even after they were vaulted. People were using Winterfest items, saving the Spidey mythics, and more, but in today's update, Epic destroyed all our hopes and dreams because tents now have blacklisted items. That means you won't be able to save them after their limited time in the game. And yes, this even includes the web slingers. It looks like you better enjoy your time with them while you can, because honestly, RIP. And for paying respects, this update also canceled an upcoming item that fans were begging to see in the game. We have to say goodbye to the leaked Tunak emote because according to leakers, it has been officially scrapped. But if you're a fan who pays attention, you might remember a Fortnite challenge at the end of last year that some German content creators won. Well, they got their prize today, and it's their own sprays in game. The creators are Stamplay, Repaz, and Iolik, so congrats to them. Alongside all of these BR changes, Creative also got some exciting updates too. Firstly, they've added dialogue boxes, player counters, and prop manipulation, which have been some of the most requested creative features of Chapter 3. And while we're on the topic of updates, this was just the first major one of the season. There's still 3 more of these left in Season 1, and then we are on to the next venture. Think of how much was added in this update, and now imagine it 3 more times. There's still so much left to come in Chapter 3, and I cannot wait. It's Batami, keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.